Oh, the amazing delicious egg. Whether you want it peppery-style in an omelet or frittata, or baked into a gooey chocolate mousse, this superfood is widely regarded to be one of the most well-rounded foods available. Eggs are one of the best sources of complete protein. Eggs include a variety of minerals, vitamins, and other nutrients. It is among the least costly foods for such a comprehensive meal. Okay, let me ask you a question. Which portion of the egg has more protein, the yolk or the white? It may seem like an obvious question, but is it? Hello and welcome to The Secret Code, where today we will be discussing 20 incredible egg facts that will leave you excited. Before watching the video, subscribe and activate post notifications. Starting off with number 20, American eggs must be kept refrigerated. Because eggs are laid along the same passage as poo, salmonella can be discovered on the exterior of an eggshell. The USDA mandates all American eggs to be washed at the processing plant to reduce the danger of salmonella, because this washing phase destroys the natural coating that shields an egg from infection, such as a bloom. We must next refrigerate our eggs to keep them cool and reduce the risk of bacterial infection. As a result, eggs aren't on our list of surprising things you shouldn't store in your fridge. Number 19. An excellent egg has a white stringy stuff on it. Chalazae are the curly white threads that gather at the margins of egg yolks. They are really twisted membranes that connect the yolk to the shell's tip. These fibers are not only entirely edible, but their existence is actually a favorable sign. The more noticeable the chalazae, the fresher the egg. Number 18. Eggs are among the very few dietary sources of vitamin D. The majority of humans consume vitamin D by being exposed to sunshine. However, you can also get vitamin D from food, although your options are restricted. Aside from cod, liver oil, sardines, salmon, and milk, eggs are one of the greatest dietary sources of this immune-boosting vitamin. Don't break your eggs to get the most out of this vitamin D meal. According to research published in the journal Food Chemistry, when eggs are scrambled and then baked at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes, just 45% of the vitamin D content of the eggs is preserved. When you fry or boil eggs, you can keep up to 80% of the immune and mood-boosting vitamin D. Number 17. Reduces cholesterol. Unless your doctor advises you otherwise, you don't need to be concerned about cholesterol. The yolk is back in, and the white is out. Decades ago, public health professionals in the United States believed that eating the cholesterol included in egg yolks might elevate your blood cholesterol levels, raising your risk of heart attack and stroke. Clinical investigations now reveal that the dietary cholesterol included in eggs has only a little influence on blood cholesterol levels. Interestingly, eating eggs may help decrease cholesterol levels. Number 16. You may have heard that consuming an egg is indeed a chicken period. However, because chickens are not mammals and do not have wombs, the egg and the womb are simply called eggs. As a result, it is not the same as human reproductive system. Chicken eggs laid every day and sold commercially have not been fertilized. If provided with the proper nutrition, hens may lay eggs with or without the presence of a rooster. Number 15. Brown eggs are much more costly than white eggs, but not for health reasons. Yes, brown eggs are more expensive than white eggs, but contrary to popular belief, their high cost is unrelated to their quality. Brown eggs are mostly costly than white eggs because the chickens who lay them are physically bigger. Farmers must spend more money on feed because larger chickens require more food. Number 14. Free-range chickens are not allowed to go outside. Free-range eggs are a step forward from cage-free, but the world is still a little deceptive. While free-range hens have the choice of venturing outside, the fact is that many hens do not venture outside their barns because doors are tiny, only open for short periods of time, or do not fit the full flock. Number 13. If you know that omega-3 fatty acids decrease inflammation, enhance cognitive function, and may lower your risk of heart disease, you would believe that omega-3 enriched eggs are a good option. The problem is that they are probably not worth paying extra for. There is also no way to show that the eggs contain considerably more omega-3s. If you want to boost your consumption, try organic, pastured eggs, wild fatty fish, or chia seeds. Number 12. Grade B eggs are unlikely to be seen in supermarkets. These eggs are of such poor quality, they have flat yolks, thin whites, and blood stains on occasion, that they will be utilized commercially in liquid and powdered egg products. That's one of the reasons why boxed egg whites are among America's worst packaged foods. Number 11. The best eggs for poaching are grade AA. According to USDA egg grading criteria, AA quality egg contains clear and strong egg whites, whereas A quality egg whites are just clean and somewhat firm. Fresh AA eggs are the greatest eggs for poaching since they contain the firmest egg whites. And you'll be putting a completely cracked egg into the water. The harder the whites, the less white will elude the simmering water. Number 10. Eggshells have a porous structure. In general, you may evaluate the freshness of an egg by putting it in a cup of water. If the egg floats, it means it is old and has a significant air pocket, and you should avoid eating it. If the egg remains on bottom, it is typically safe to consume. You may smell an egg before eating it to ensure that it is fresh. Number 9. The color of an egg may be predicted by the earlobes of chickens. Strange, right? Yes, that's correct. Chickens have ears, but they're disguised by the feathers on the side of their heads. The color of the lobe varies depending on the breed of the chicken, ranging from white to nearly black. Chickens with white earlobes produce only white eggs, whilst birds with dark lobes lay brown eggs. Number 8. The hue of egg yolks indicates nutritional disparities. Depending on the hen's food, egg yolks can range in color from pale yellow to deep orange to blazing red. What about the nutritional differences in yolks colors? Protein and fat contents are frequently the same, independent of yolk color. However, particular antioxidant carotenoids can have a 100-fold boost in nutritional value. Number 7. Have you ever come across a blue chicken egg? The reason eggs are blue isn't really enticing. There is an interesting tale behind how these eggs got their bright blue hue. A virus contaminated a species of native South American hens almost 500 years ago. According to PLOS ONE research, this infection induced a genetic mutation that generated an accumulation of a pigment known as biliverdin, causing the hens to lay blue and green eggs. Interesting, isn't it? Number 6. The color of the eggshell does not reflect nutritional value. Blue, green, and brown eggs all have a more distinct and intriguing appearance than white eggs, but just because white eggs lack color doesn't imply they are nutritionally deficient. The variations in eggshell color are entirely related to heredity. As a result, if a blue egg-laying chicken is bred in the same conditions as a white egg-laying chicken, there will be no nutritional or flavor difference between the different colored eggs. Number 5. The age of the laying hen determines the thickness of an eggshell. Brown eggs have thicker shells than white eggs, contrary to popular belief. In actuality, the thickness of an egg is exclusively determined by the age of the chicken. Younger chicks produce eggs with thicker shells, whereas older chickens lay eggs with thinner shells. This thickness occurs regardless of chicken breed or egg color. Number 4. All of the eggs are hormone-free. Even though many cartoons advertise that their eggs are hormone-free, this is a standard promise. It's equivalent to stating water is wet. That is because, in the 1950s, the FDA prohibited the use of hormones in all chicken production. As a result, there will never be hormones in chicken eggs. Number 3. Cage-free eggs might originate from caged chickens. Many people mistakenly assume that cage-free branding on egg cartoons means that the chickens laying these eggs are allowed to roam freely around a field. Unfortunately, that is not the case. The term cage-free only implies that hens must have a minimum of 120 square inches per bird, which is not even double the space of traditional battery cages. Hens are still frequently kept entirely inside, either in enormous barns known as aviaries or in smaller enhanced cages that allow for certain natural behaviors. Number 2. The eggs in your cartoon are not all the same size. Even though your cartoon advertises large eggs, not every egg in the paper box is the same size. The USDA establishes recommendations for egg weights for a dozen rather than establishing a precise size and weight for individual eggs. This is due to the fact that individual eggs will always differ. Number 1. The protein content of the yolk and whites is the same. This was certainly a surprise to us. Each egg white and yolk has 3 grams of protein. So while we typically equate egg whites with protein, they offer no nutritional benefit over their yellow counterpart. The biggest distinction is in the number of calories. A single egg yolk has 3 grams of protein for 60 calories, but an egg white contains 3 grams of protein just for 15 calories. By omitting the yolk, you may obtain the same amount of protein for fewer calories. So about the question I asked at the beginning of this video, did you guess it right? Well folks, this leads us to the conclusion of the video. So did this list make you excited, or did you already know all of these facts? Please leave your thoughts in the box provided below. It will assist us in improving our content in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video. To view more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. To receive alerts when we post new material, click the bell icon. I'll see you in the next one.